Hello, folks, and welcome to Stardust Exile. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there we go. Got footage starting right now. Oh, we will in a second. When it decides to work. So this is a bit of post-commentary. I'm gonna be honest with you, folks. After I recorded Kunitsugami, I got tired. I was tired during it, but I was like, nah, I can do another demo, Yeah, I started falling asleep during this. Not a knock against the game, I was just that tired. Like, I loved EVE Online. I still fall asleep during the middle of that. A few times before. It doesn't help, I was literally lying in bed, recording, so... all bets are off when I'm in bed. Actually, I started falling asleep playing Legion before, but... No, I was turning my room into a sauna, so no surprise there. But anyway, Stardust Exile. It's an interesting game. It's pinning itself as an RTS RPG. Sorry, RTS MMO. Where you're some emperor or whatnot in the outer reaches of the cosmos, and you're trying to get back and reclaim the Sol system. Of course, every other player is trying to do the same thing, or they're trying to turn their hands to, you know, being a trading empire, selling ships and whatnot. It's also an always online thing, as you'd expect. So if you set ships to mine, they're still mining when you go to sleep. They're still defending. Your combat ships are still defending when you go to sleep. To give you a chance to defend yourself, you can put up disruptors that work for a day. In my original read of this, I started reading the Steam description here, but since I did this little intro, I've kind of fallen behind on that. But it's no big deal. Once I hit some points here where there's not much happening, I can just start reading it. So I'm just going through the tutorial here. Take control, move. It's WASD to move the camera, or you can click and drag. You can zoom out to see the source system. You can zoom in to random systems. You don't even have to be in them. There's a sun icon down at the bottom that sends you to our system, and see it will appear at the edge of the screen in relation to where it is, and the blue one will send you back to your place. And this is how you make stuff, through the shipyard. This here, we'll be building the collector. It harvests the resources. See next under planet like Hope there's a box. That means it produces like ores or whatnot. I'm not sure the exact phrasing. But, so you send the collectors there. The shape next to it, like Katia or whatever, is gas. So you have to send a gas harvester there. A gas extractor. And there's Mustafar. Whoever named that was a Star Wars fan. Now, everything in this builds in real time, and unlike, say, Clan Folk that I played the other day, you can't speed time up, as time here for you is time there for everyone else. This is an MMO. There is a research system in the game, and it does speed things up, seemingly substantially. I didn't exactly work out the percentages, and I don't know. They can work out differently depending on how they're added together. Multiplicative versus additionally additive. I think they work out differently if you do it that way. So, yeah. So yeah, here I'm making a Han. Okay, it seems this planet was held by maybe another player, then pirates took it, and now it's held by me. So, okay. But yeah, just sending this off. And as you see there, it takes a minute for it to get to Mustafar from the shipyard's access point. That's a real life minute. Oh, so for the record, I'm still recording this from bed. I'm just, I'm actually awake this time. So it should be fine. Should be. And so here's bounties. You can place bounties on, I think, NPCs, but you can also place them on other players. When I was going into this, I wasn't actually entirely sure if the demo was multiplayer or not. Some demos are just like, here's this little single player concept. But this does actually seem to have lumped all players in already. This is also one-man dev doing it, so it seems rather a lofty kind of thing. An RTS MMO. Just one-man dev like this. It seems kind of lofty. To be honest, I don't know much about game dev personally, but it's... I know, it just sounds kind of difficult to do, but then again, there's another game I've been looking at. Dosh did a video on it. I just don't remember what it was. Doshington. New tab. Worm Online. And that was a MMO made by two guys. One of which apparently was Notch. You know, the Minecraft guy. But, not sure why I paused here. But while I'll try and keep an eye on the screen, I will pop open this and start reading the Steam page. So, Stardust Exile is a space RTS game set in the Milky Way galaxy, containing currently known stars and exoplanets with their real characteristics. The remaining star systems are procedurally generated based on the current estimated number of stars in our galaxy. You can rename stars and planets that you control outside of the solar system. Create your own spaceship designs with an in-game procedural spaceship generator. Spaceship visuals don't change their stats. This way players won't have to use spaceships they don't like due to their superior stats. In the MMORTS mode, all players are in the same universe, and the world is persistent. Compete with other players to take back the solar system and end your exile. Players can fight to control systems, retreat to the periphery to regain strength, and rebuild their fleets as needed, or they can play as a trading empire dedicated to trading spaceships and resources to accumulate credits. Spaceships keep operating even when the player is offline. Production spaceships keep harvesting resources, and combat spaceships automatically engage invading spaceships. To allow players to mount proper defenses against large attacks, they can build disruptors to slow down travel from enemies to their systems for up to 24 hours. One thing I'm not sure on is if disruptors are activatable, or do they just work? Like, I exist, therefore fuck you, basically. If they work like that, then you could stagger your production list on your spaceships, on your spaceport, starport, such that, you know, the disruptor comes out later. It would buy you that bit more time. Of course, you need to have a hell of a lot of resources, and it may not be the best use of it to stagger it like that, but you could do it. So yeah, here I didn't realize that these were gas planets, so I'm sending out just standard harvesters, I do believe. The full game also has a single-player skirmish mode that allows to generate other galaxies with different sizes, densities, star systems, and opponents. There's a research tech tree, planetary outposts, and pirates can be enabled as or disabled as desired. So I just need to make a note of something there. And now I'm working on researching the new tech. This didn't quite work out well. They're saying in sequence they'll be needed. PO, DP, PR, CM. I did that, and the ones that, as far as I could tell, weren't. Actually, when you go to build a ship and you have the research needed for it, it doesn't list what research is needed. So maybe it did actually go in the right order. I did get kind of like I did it in that order, but then the queue actually. Okay, I said PO, DP, PR, CM. CM did first, then PR, then DP, then PO. So it does the order of the last one in. Last one in, first one out. So I ended up feeling kind of wrong. Also building Dyson Swarms is there for power gen. But we'll just finish this. Skirmish predefined modes include full game only. End Exile, make your way to Solar System and end your Exile. Quick match. A small game of conquest with few factions and a small limit of spaceships. Galactic War, proper war. Wins the Empire with the most stored resources after time limit reached. Simulation. Watch Empires rise and fall, no playable faction. Create your own scenario with any victory conditions or none. Features MMO RTS persistent, single shard, single player skirmish, full game only. Procedural spaceship generator, markets sell and buy spaceships and resources, research tech tree, pirate NPCs, alliances between players, bounties placed on pirates or other players, upgradable planetary outposts, rename stars and planets you control outside the solar system. Skirmish, full game only, markets, full game only, outposts, full game only, renamed, full game only. Leaderboards, logs of recent activity that happened when you were offline. The game is being developed by a solo dev. You can jump from one place in the galaxy to another almost instantaneously without loadings due to all images, 3D models, VFX, and animations being generated procedurally at runtime. So yeah. It seems like a very, grand project for a single dev. But maybe it's not as bad as I think. I don't know, dev work. So, I've never tried to make a game, so I don't know how hard or difficult it would be. So yeah, I'm throwing together a ship here, but I'm throwing in things research I don't even have, research that you can't actually have yet in the demo. You're pretty much locked to the first slot of all research. This is a distraction from what I'm recording here, but fuck NTR. Someone was talking about NTR games earlier, and it was just like, it's fucking horrific. Fuck NTR. If you don't know what it is, you're better off that way. And yeah, I can't type for shit there. Heimdall. Again, StarCraft 2 Odyssey just sticks in my head. It's a great custom campaign. It's seriously top tier stuff. The Prison Break mission in it is what Prison Break should have been in. WoW. Like they hype up New Folsom as a very hard to break in prison, but it's such a tiny place and so poorly managed. They have weapons right in with the prisoners, like vehicles they can just hijack. Odyssey did it much better, and it was like the issue with StarCraft 2 missions is they're meant to be like bite-sized chunks that you just get in and move on. It's like a theme park. It's not a grander affair. Automated establish outpost. Two different buttons. I was thinking automated outpost, but I'm just curious what what either would mean, So yeah, the game is nice in that you don't have to wait for for a thing to finish to move on, because otherwise you'll be sitting there for quite a while with the research new tech, because like tech was there for like 4 minutes, like a single bit of it, and there was like 4 I had to do. But just Emperor Palanai. Sadly, there doesn't seem to be any way to mass select units. Each unit you move is going to be individual, it seems. I never really looked too much into it. There may be a fleet command. You may have actually even seen one when I was hovering over the buttons at the top. There must be a fleet command. Having to put things in drags would be painful. But I was tired last night, so I wasn't really thinking it through. Deseret. Name on the planet to the left is seeming familiar to me right now, but I can't pin on what I'm thinking of. To be fair, I've been forgetting words recently, so it's just like that's not something that really comes up. So if I'm forgetting more things more casually, what chances does it have? Apparently, like you can build storage units here, like see the gas tanker storage. You can build them, but wherever they are in the system does not matter. Insofar as long as they're in the system, they count towards storage. But like when your like ships are harvesting, then they're pulling back to go to the storage. Wherever they are doesn't actually matter. The production rate remains the same. And there's projectile defense, missile defense, ghost defense, and a disruptor. So if I want to build any of them, I need research. I need PR, MR, or GR. I wonder, like, there seems to be a waypoint you can set. Could you set a waypoint across systems? So you could have like a mustering point where all your ships would meet up. Say if you had shipyards throughout the place. Or could you use it as offensively, where you just keep sending ship after ship at your enemy the moment they're produced? It would probably be a terrible idea to do it like that, but if you've got enough shipyards in enough like coastal proximity that basically the moment it's done, it's off. So they'll be like arriving within like moments of each other. It mightn't be that bad. It will let you like queue up constant attacks. I also remember, I don't remember the details of it, but yeah, you see how jank though is with the research. It's like end of tree stuff. I know it's end of tree armor, but I remember bringing up X and EVE Online in this, but I don't remember what I was saying. I was probably just like talking about, space game. There's a bit of economics to it, setting up production ships and whatnot. End up thinking of X, which is a game that's going to come out on the channel eventually. It's the issue in having a backlog. Things can be late in coming out, especially when you fall 2 years behind on editing. I think it was nearly 3. So yeah. And there's another player, Anderson Craft Shrekley Energetics Corporation. And you can see their like territory, kind of a cross going on. And then other just random places and people. Howler. Dashi Boston. And Emperor Palnai, Terran Empire. Just default thing. There's also research ships that they can only go on certain planets. I guess the actual habitated worlds. So now we have to just like lie around and wait for a frigate, the frigate stuff to be researched. Well, literally, I was just lying back here, and I started nodding. But DPPO, I just have to wait on that, and then you have to wait a minute 36. And see there, the frigate is a 43 minute. That frigate, Heimdall, is a 43-minute thing. That's 43 IRL minutes. This is a pretty hefty insult, being fair, but for some reason when I was thinking about this game earlier, my first image in my head of it was watching my Blarg's thing. I don't remember Peter Molyneux. His cube idea. For some reason I started thinking of that. You don't remember what his cube thing was. His cube thing was it was a game you could download onto your like iPhone or whatever way back when, and you could tap away at a cube, or you could spend money to tap away better, and there's a prize inside, and it was a community experience between everyone who downloaded the app, because everyone's progress on the tapping away at the cube lessened the cube. It wasn't just a single player thing. So you know, it's I suppose best explanation I have for it is just like, you know, random oh, there's the construction speed increases, and like they outright take 21 hours. I think that was the EVE Online comparison, because like, you know, you try and research your skill up in EVE Online, and it will take months. Like a single skill, a high tier skill, could take like 21 days. Less if you got the right implants, boosting the right stats and the like. But yeah. But yeah, I kind of end up thinking that cube thing. Ended up having the same kind of feel in my head, like an audacious project that could be something cool or could not be, you know. So we'll have to wait and see, you know, how this goes, basically. I do think it's an interesting idea. I'm not sure if it's quite my thing for whatever reason. Just something could be like, should be in your wheelhouse, but it just doesn't grab you. But I plan on everything going well. I've stuff to do today. I should be doing it right now, in all honesty, but I need to do something else beforehand to just fix my head. It could go terribly. It could go horribly, and I won't be in a place to record more. But I'll be taking another look at this game later on, and we'll see how it goes. That being said, I still need to go edit up. Oh, whatchamaffuckery. Well, everything for this Steam RTS Fest that's been recorded and not actively being recorded is edited and uploaded, or uploading right now. But I've a ton of other stuff I need to get back around to editing, like disgustingly so. So I've been just dragging my heels on it, and I feel like, oh, I really need to get it done and all this. So one day, one day. But yeah, we're still here, just like sitting around waiting for PO there to finish, so we can get the Mark One engines and build a frigate. Thinking about it, what I could have done was make a scaled down frigate, and worked with whatever basics I had. The game may not be smart enough to realize that my combat ship didn't have a gun, just for the sake of completing the tutorial. But I wanted to do it right. I think they actually specified frigate, so yeah. I'm not sure if it's happening now or it's going to happen in a bit, but if you look at the Earth, you can actually see that there's ships inbound to the Sol system. Right now, there will be taking, I think it was a few days to turn up. You'll see it yourself in a Mo, or you'll see it, or if you go back, I'm not sure. I was focusing on what I was saying now, not the game here. Um, what am I saying? So I'm not sure where it is. I've lost my train of thought. So yeah, I'm not sure where in the video seeing that was. But yeah, I think it was days out. It does kind of mean that everything's very obvious to everyone. I can't remember if you could see if you knew who was attacking, but you knew that there was an attack inbound. So, and it's like, I'm not involved in the fight one way or the other. I'm not attacker, defender, I'm not an ally, I'm not even an acquaintance. And I have full intel of it. So it does make things very transparent. There's the word. For better or for worse, but it makes everything very transparent. So yeah, there's stuff that boosts storage capacity, construction speed, reduces material cost. There's some interesting upgrades here. To be honest, I do kind of like the look at this game. Like, the more I'm looking at, the more I like it. But part of me is thinking, like, in a way I may prefer this kind of thing as just a single player experience. Like Star Sector kind of thing. More I'm looking at this, more I'm thinking, like, yeah, this could scratch an itch. I could play for a bit. It's the whole, like, multiplayer aspect. I'm just terrible with playing with other people. It's like, for those who don't know, full disclosure, social anxiety. Terrible. It makes it hard for me to, like, try and strike up conversations, even if I get on well. Ever see that manga? A hero has to marry some, like the champion of the human side has to marry the champion of the demon side. She leaks like this poison based on her emotional state. He drops dead, but the reason the war came to a standstill, he just gets back up. He just reincarnates. Well, he just resurrects nearby, wearing random bit of clothing. Yeah, so it's a rom com between the two of them. They talked about like they have a moment together where they get closer and it's sweet, but next day she's back to being scared again. She's an immense introvert. She resets. I'm the same damn way. So it makes it damn hard to multiplayer. Like I'm here in a WoW guild right now, and I'm just I'm finally feeling better after being sick for a month, and I'm just there like shit. I want to do the raid here. That's coming up, the next Ramus raid, but I'm scared of actually saying like, hey, I would like to do it, but I'm really under geared, and I'm nervous in joining in the Blackwing Lair thing. Like, hey, I want to do this, join in too. Am I anyway geared enough to be there? Since there isn't like a gear score thing, like I have no way of judging, so I probably don't have the resistances. I don't have the cloak, but but even putting that foot forward, not good at it. It's something I have to work on, I know, but it makes games like this, as however interesting they might be, harder for me to engage in. So that's why I'm simply saying, this kind of thing, but single player could actually be fun. Like the more I'm looking at it, so it's like, yeah, no, I could see me playing for this for like 20, 30 plus hours. Though single player, you definitely want to be able to speed up time, I would say. Maybe, maybe not. I suppose you could do with not. It's not necessarily an issue. So here they want, anyway, us to invade another system. So just sending a ship over is enough. Um, Turns out, though, you can't actually make shipyards. We don't actually have the research to do it yet. We'll see this in a moment. Or you may have already seen it. So I wanted to have a shipyard over there. Not an option. Or, wait, was that it? Fuck, I don't remember. Did I get the research? Did I just not have it for a while? I have no idea. Watch the footage. You'll see. I'll be honest, I'm really not in a headspace for doing post commentary right now. It requires a focus, and it's not. Focus is not something I have. But again, it takes like a minute something for these ships to be produced, so you're just literally sitting here for a minute something. But yeah, I do like the look of this game. The more I'm thinking about it, and just the stuff you could do, and it does sound interesting. But for me, I think it would better serve as a single player experience almost. Mm, I'm not seeing any way to set like waypoints. There does look to be one on the map there. That green dotted line and dashed line and the square. Does seem to be a waypoint, but I'm not sure if you can move it. If you can move it, that would be nice, especially if you can move it out of the system. So you, like I said, if you have enough shipyards, you can just have constant attacks coming in. Or you can at least muster in an area. Have it just like, okay, here's a 20-hour build list, all muster in this one system. Maybe a bit too hands off, but yeah, you could do something like that. That kind of thing just like feels kind of fun to me. Just like 20-hour build list, all mustering automatically in the system. That kind of scratches an itch for me. I like just setting up like long conveyor belts of things. Maybe disgustingly inefficient, but it's fun. So yeah. But yeah, later on I plan on taking another look at this game, though I do have other demos that I want to try. And I've only a few more days to do it in and get it up for ye. So I'm not sure how much time I'll be able to dedicate to anything. Also, sadly, due to my current position, it's not really workable to do multiplayer stuff. There's a multiplayer demo here. Well, I suppose this is multiplayer in a way, but it's its own thing. It's not a standard RTS. So some of it will probably not. Some of it will probably be off the cards. Trying to play lying down in bed, a keyboard like propped up on your leg. No, it's not gonna work. My chair over there is kind of banjax, and I've just been dragging my ass on fixing it. Well, not fixing it, replacing it, getting the new one. So, invade the solar system. Now to control two systems, the tutorial is complete. Fully populate your systems with production storage ships. To move ships to another system, they'll need extra propulsion, or move the shipyard there to produce them locally. Keep expanding and increasing production as you're ready to attempt your ultimate objective, return to solar system. Look around at the edge of the screen for a sun icon. Travel in that direction until you reach the solar system. And here you can see the attacks inbound on Earth, and you can see everyone who's held Earth. Like a 2-day, 3-day journey to attack Earth. And there is like those flight paths going right past there, I just noticed. And I hadn't noticed them last night, but I was dozing. I was tired during the Path of the Priestess thing. I got worse here. I didn't realize how bad I was till I was in it. So here, I'm just upgrading my, making new ships. Though thinking about it, I could probably just upgraded the old ones rather than making it a whole new class. But it doesn't matter. Actually, no, it doesn't seem like you do get an upgrade button. It's just a make new one. But maybe if I just called it the same name, it would just like update it, I guess. Yes, the Dyson vacuum. I thought it was funny. And the gasser extractor. Look, we're not everything can be A-grade material here, folks. Just seeing another game that's released on my phone here. It's always a concern with the gaming industry is like, how accurate is the translations at all? You know? It's the game that got released here, it's a Japanese game. How accurate is the translations? Because so many times they change characters, like, personality, they change their whole shtick just because they feel like it. And it's honestly pretty disgusting. Like, if I'm buying a game, I want the game made by the devs, not made by someone else who just swanned in and wants to do their own thing with it. It's like going to a restaurant. You order a steak, and the like waiter throws the steak out and brings out, here, tub of popcorn, enjoy. And it's really smug about it. Or, you know, maybe they just take a shit on the steak and give it to you, expecting you to enjoy it all the same, feeling entitled to it. It's really fucking frustrating. Here I'm making a pared down shipyard, so I can just send it over there. Light armor, Mark 1 engines. It's shitter. Still takes fucking nearly 21 minutes to build. But yeah. And it was strapped behind these. I was thinking of actually staying for the whole thing, but no, that didn't end up actually happening. I just got so fucking tired. I was just like, I'm done. I just wanted to play up to a point, because I was thinking, like, with the way the game looks, you can't just start again. You can't reset, so I needed to make this footage, at least have the footage count, if not the audio. So, but we are in the home stretch here. Emperor Palnai. It's got a nice twing to it. Yeah, just shoot me. But yeah, provided things don't go hysterically poorly here today, I will be actually projectile defense. I would be quite interested in playing more of this. Um, Sorry, I thought I heard some fall there. I would actually be interested in playing more of this at some point. Well, sorry. Let me start it again. Okay, I thought the screen froze there for a moment. Uh, yeah, there's no way to reset or redo Anne here, so that was me realizing it. But, and footage over. So, what point am I trying to make here? Sorry, hearing background noise just completely scatters my head. So, yeah, I'm starting to like look at the game more. I was just too tired to appreciate it last night. I will be hopefully all going well. I'll be back soon to. I'll be back later on to record more of this, and I can take a better look at it this time. Um, it's the issue with limited time demos. There's so much you want to try, but you're not never gonna have enough time to deal with it. I've like one wanting to download right now, and it's 50 gig. So we'll see what I get done. That's all I can promise. But I am hoping to do a follow up video to this, um, provided everything goes well. I'm hoping to do a follow up video to this, and we'll see about expanding. We'll see about getting some stuff done. Obviously, it's going to be heavily limited on time, given the kind of game it is. Like with Clan Folk, I could speed time up. With Kenshi, I think I could speed time up. Yeah, and with RimWorld, you can speed time up. I would play RimWorld on triple speed by default, pretty much, as far as I remember. But with this, no, you're like, if it's a 10-minute thing, it's a 10-minute thing. You know, we'll see what we can get done. I'll play for a few hours. We'll see what I can get done, and yeah, we'll give us a bit more of a look at the game. Part of me's thinking like, all right, we'll play for a bit here, then I'll go play something else, then I'll come back to it and play some more, and do it in parcels. If it wants time alone, it's one way to do it. But yeah, my head just got completely scattered there. Apologies. But yeah, I'm liking the look of this game more. I'm not sure in the multiplayer aspects because I'm asocial, but I'm liking the look of the game, and I don't know, the idea of being able to just like have ships automatically start flying to another system and just having a conga line up, that just scratches an itch for me, and it just it's nice. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you join me again soon, folks. Till then, till then. Did I say enjoy me again soon? Or enjoin? I hope you join me again soon.